Namaste. Namaste, lovely lights. How are you on this beautiful day? Feeling inspired for some strengthening, grounding, and power poses. So get ready to feel a little burn and feel strengthen in your body while allowing yourself to maybe surrender and let go. In these power poses, sometimes we get so lost in our mind by thinking, I can't do this, or we get in inversions and think, I can't go upside down, it's so scary. Just allow yourself to let go and just be in the moment and allow your body to do whatever it is that it needs to do and be accepting. Come with an open heart, an open mind, and mostly an open heart to love yourself. Begin with the easy pose in crisscross applesauce. Or if your legs just don't really feel like doing that, you can allow your legs to come out, or you can take a pose of surrender savasana. Allowing yourselves to find that easy pose. Take a moment to connect to the breath, placing a hand on the upper chest and a hand on the belly. Taking a deep breath into the belly and allowing your jaw to drop and letting go, exhaling. Next, taking a breath into the upper chest and feeling the expansion in the upper chest. And at first, your tummy's going to want to rise, but doing your best to bring maybe both hands and the awareness to the upper chest. As we come into the upper chest, we're going to do an Ujjayi Pranayama, the ocean breath. Breathing a breath deep into the upper chest. Dropping the jaw, feeling a constriction in the back of the throat and letting go. Breathing into the upper chest. Bring that constriction and letting go. On the next inhale, inhaling into the upper chest. Dropping the jaw and halfway through closing the jaw and feeling that constriction in the glottis in the back of the throat and pushing the air out as if you are fogging up a glass in the air. Breathing into that upper chest. Halfway open. Close. Push through the nose. Now only through the nose. Breathing into that upper chest. Pushing out that upper chest. Into the upper chest. Exiting the upper chest. Beautiful work into the upper chest. Exhaling. Taking a moment to find a little softness, to allow yourself to melt down and set an intention for this practice. Tuning into the beat of your heart, tuning into the sensations that that breath just created, and allowing ourselves to open up in the heart space for that intention. You might have grabbed something, or maybe you need a little helping hand. It's maybe an intention of letting go of something, intention of accepting yourself. Maybe it's an intention of giving yourself a little compassion today, because maybe it's been a rough week. Maybe it's been a rough day. Maybe you've been an emotional roller coaster and you don't know why. Maybe you need to just allow yourself some acceptance, some space to let go of some stuff. Taking a moment to settle on that. And bring that into that heart space, to the anahata, the energetic heart. And allowing yourself to bring in a beautiful beaming light, whether it be a white light, a gold light, a green light, the color of the heart chakra, any color that resonates with you. Bringing this beautiful light into your heart space. And imagining your heart like the sun, and the sun is opening up and spanning all across the room, from front to back and side to side. Imagining that heart space opening up big and wide, and holding that vision. And if you have a hard time visioning that, I know when I first started meditating, I had a hard time envisioning the sun. So I would use a salt stone. You can stare at the salt stone, if you have a salt stone, Or if you have a light in your house, that might sound weird. Why would I find myself in the light? But sometimes we need to see something to get inspired by. So staring at that light, a soft light, you can dim a light. Not if it's a bright white light, but a light, and just hold that image and bring it into your heart space. And allow yourself a little love and affection here. On the next inhale, bringing the hands to the heart center. Diving the hands straight forward, rounding at the spine, allowing your shoulders to come back and open, compressing the elbows into each other, opening up at the chest. Exhaling, bringing the hands back straight forward, back to the heart space for a robin's breath. Exhaling, diving the hands forward, curling at the shoulders, opening up the wings, span like you're a bird flying in the sky. Opening up that wing, opening up that heart, shining your sun. Exhaling, allowing the palms, kissing palms to come straight back together, bringing those hands back to heart center. Inhaling, shooting the arms straight up to the sky, and exhaling, twisting softly up the spine, rolling the shoulders back, opening up here, feeling a soft little gentle twist of the spine, getting ready to be strengthened today. Exhaling back to a neutral spine. Inhaling the arms straight up overhead. Exhaling, allowing the left hand to sit on the left knee, right knee. The right hand to sit on the right knee. Rolling that shoulder back and opening up. Taking a moment here to feel what it feels like to wake up the body. Exhaling back to center. Taking the legs and twisting them to the side and coming up to a tabletop position. Allowing yourself to feel rooted in the ground, rooting through the palms of the hands, creating a starfish hand, keeping up on the points of the toes, rolling the tail and the spine straight up to the sky for a cow, curving down, moving tucking the chin and the spine together for a cow, cat, like a cat, a Halloween cat, bringing that spine up high. Exhaling, rolling down, softly turning those biceps outwards. Tail and chin facing the sun. Inhaling into your own sun, curling at the tail and the chin. Exhaling, raising back. On the next inhale, stepping the palms of the hands, one fingerprint above where you normally would be. And if you have a wider shoulder stance, allowing the allowing your pinky to rest off of the edge, or if you have a more narrower shoulder stance, bringing your palms here. It's just not, yes, palms here. Pointing up on the feet, stepping back a little bit, powering up to Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Tuning into the biceps and the arms, tuning into your chicken wing, bringing the biceps, rolling them out, the eyes and the elbows right here, facing a little bit forward. Suctioning the hands down into the earth, dropping at the spine, allowing the sit bones to really root up to the sky, pushing the sit bones up and allowing the shoulder blades to open up, opening up the shoulder blades, letting them wide, walking out the dog here. And as you walk out your dog, take a little wagging of the tail, twisting at the spine. Inhaling the left leg straight up overhead, tucking that leg up to the chin. Exhaling the left leg up overhead. Inhaling the left leg up to the chin. Exhaling that leg up overhead. Inhaling for a runner's lunge. Taking a moment to settle here. Maybe dropping down the hind knee onto the earth, releasing the top of the foot. Tuning into the foot and the 4 points of the foot. Coming up, aligning the ankle over the knee. Putting your hands on your hips, relocating the hips for straight forward for this beautiful crescent lunge. Anjayasana. Feeling the power of your body, exhaling the arms straight out to a T, raining them up high. If you're feeling strong, you can point that hind foot, powering up here. This beautiful crescent lunge. Maybe taking a soft back bend and allowing your body to open up here in this beautiful movement. Taking a moment here. Exhaling, arms down to a cactus. Squeezing the shoulder blades and the elbows together. Exhaling the arms, raising them up. Feeling that strength of that hind leg, pushing, squeezing the thighs together. Inhaling right here. Taking a moment to feel what it feels like. Inhaling maybe that Ujjayi Pranayama. Exhaling, the hind leg facing the long edge of the mat, keeping this nice wide-legged straddle, coming down with your left arm on your left ankle, on your left knee, keeping a soft bend in this hind leg here, opening up, feeling what it feels like to open up, shoulders stacking over shoulders. If this feels good and you're wishing for something a little bit deeper, it'll have the flexibility. You can come down to the mat, or if you have a block, you can stay here, up here on the block. Opening up shoulder over shoulder, feeling this beautiful strength in your thighs, maybe feeling a little soreness from your previous movement today or movement from yesterday. Allowing yourself to use that core strength, not just relying on laying here. Exhaling, rotating down to the earth, pushing right back into Adho Mukha Savasana, down facing dog. Walking out the dog and wagging your tail here. Taking a few Ujjayi pranayamas. Opening up the shoulder blades, driving the sit bones straight up. Allowing the pelvis to move straight up to the sun. Exhaling the right leg straight up. Feeling the strength as your body may try to open. Keeping the hips in alignment, tuning straight down. Curling in the knee, tucking the knee to the chin. Exhaling, raising that leg up to the sky, tucking it back into the chin. Exhaling that leg, raising it up to the sky, tucking it back and coming in for a runner's lunge. And if your leg didn't get quite as far as you would hope for, you may bump, give it a little helping hand straight forward. Allowing your hind leg to take a little rest, releasing it down to the earth, and tuning into tracking that hind leg to the toe, the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Feel like it feels like to feel good, not being aware that's not too far in or too far out. Tracking that in, tracking the front foot forward, ankle to knee alignment. Inhaling, arms to sides, turning the headlights of the hips straight to the short edge of the mat. Inhaling the arms, raising them straight, high above. If you're feeling good, you can stay down here. If you want something a little bit deeper, powering up that hind toe, and really rooting up, pushing up, so having the earth support you as you push into the earth through those thighs, bringing the hands to the heart center, taking a soft twist to the side. Taking a moment here to twist here, deep and open, and expand the side body. Taking an Ujjayi pranayama into the upper chest. Take 3 more of those at your own pace. When we hold a pose for longer than 90 seconds to a minute, it actually helps our body really absorb some health benefits. I know that it burns, but keep power and strength up. If you need to take a little rest, you can drop back down. Maybe just power back up for a moment. Feeling that burn, taking 5 deep Ujjayi pranayamas, really feeling that connective tissue. Maybe your legs are shaking, maybe you're judging yourself, allowing yourself to let go of judgment of yourself. Coming back to center, allowing your palms to kiss the earth, coming straight back into a plank. Powering up the upper body, tuning into the biceps, rolling them out slightly, starfishing the hands, maybe rocking forward on the toes. Coming back, rocking forward onto the upper toes, and coming back, feeling that strength of that plank. Inhaling, rocking forward, and coming back. On the next inhale, allowing the right leg to come up, and tucking that knee straight up into the elbow, and releasing it back up into the sky like a mini downward dog. Tucking, slicing that knee into the elbow, saying knee to saying elbow, pointing that foot up to the sky, slicing that knee sideways into the elbow, releasing down. Maybe you're feeling a little shaky and wobbly like me. That's okay, we're showing up, we're here. Exhaling that left leg up and slicing it horizontally across, a knee to the elbow. Allowing it to raise back up, slicing knee to elbow. Breathing here, allowing yourself to open up and let go, slicing in and back to plank. Being aware if your butt gets too high up, tuning that butt here, taking a moment to feel the beautiful benefits of a plank. Dropping the knees, tops of the feet back to the earth. Releasing the knees to the edges of the mat, allowing the big toes to kiss together. And allowing your body with your core strength to sit back here for a little hero's pose. If this wide-legged hero's pose hurts really bad, you can cross your feet, or you can also grab a fluffy pillow, and luckily we're in a home practice. Home practice, we have a couch. So we can use the pillows from the couch, or maybe you can pause the video and get a little pillow from your bed. And just taking a moment here to allow yourself to open up, feel all that energy you just created. Allow yourself to breathe in a breath of acceptance, and breathe out a breath of acceptance. Breathing a deep breath of accepting where you are at in your life, and being okay with it, not trying to change and control every little bit and aspect of your life, being okay truly with where you are, not only in this practice, but in your life after today. Taking a breath, tune into that heart space for a moment. Bring these feelings inside and know that these feelings are with you at any given moment, not only in this practice, but you can bring these with you in your daily life. Taking a moment here, walking the hands forward, maybe if you're at that pillow, releasing here. That's what's great about a home practice. We can just totally be. So maybe you want to come down here. We're going to come down onto our elbows for a moment here, and we're going to do a Simhasana, a lion's breath. This is like one of my other favorite breaths. I'm going to face you. We're going to pretend like, I like to pretend the Lion King because I love to, oh, I just can't wait to be king. We're going to imagine like it can be a little tiny pug, or a mommy lion, or a daddy lion. The hands facing me, palms facing sideways. We're taking a little bit of a deeper stretch and facing outward, or if you want to, you can just stay down here. Simhasana, the lion's breath, is a beautiful breath that just helps you like release and let go and surrender. Just let go. It's a really warming breath. It's beautiful. So breathing in deep to the heart space, maybe coming up on all fours. For me, I'm on a little bit of a wider leg straddle. Breathing in deep to the heart space. Rolling our body in, and as we exhale, we're going to roll our eyes up to our intuitive center, to our third eye chakra, or up to the ceiling, up to the spine. Let your tongue drop on that lower lip. And you're going to release an animalistic roar, like your lion, like your king of the jungle. Or maybe it's a different sound that you want to make. Maybe it's more of a growl. Whatever it is, we're going to just release it. Breathing in deeply to the heart center. Rolling in and tucking that body in, and allowing yourself to open up and come forward. Inhaling, coming back more for a devotional on the hinds of the feet. Curling the body in, and allowing your shoulders to roll back and open up. Taking 2 more at your own pace. Releasing yourself from judgment, allowing yourself to be a little silly here. Inhaling, rolling that body in. Exhaling. Inhaling in one more time. Exhaling, let it go. You go a little cross-eyed and feel a little silly. Allowing yourself a little movement to sway back and forth here. Exhaling, the right leg facing the long edge of the mat, and the opposite leg. Allowing your body permission to be here in this kind of deep-seated squat that you would feel like you cheated but you didn't. You're just right here. So we're actually going to work with this. This is a wide-legged straddle, Prasarita Padottanasana. We're going to ski our legs out. You can come up with the core strength onto the knees and ski legs out, bending at the knee, keeping soft bend in the hind leg, back and forth. And then maybe walking a little bit side to side. Walking side to side, beautiful work. And now maybe sweeping and cleaning up, maybe getting rid of some of that yucky energy that you just spouted out in that lion's breath. Sweeping back and forth. Exhaling, allowing those arms to sweep back and forth. And this wide-legged forward fold. Gently inhaling to a flat back, coming up on the top of the thighs. Feeling what it feels like to remove the wrinkles from the neck, hinging with the back of the heart, raising up. Feeling what it feels like in this body, rolling out the shoulders. Maybe doing a top skate. Allowing your body to feel a little free motion. I've always loved dance. I never took dance lessons, but I always wanted to. I always say I was a ballerina in my past life. Finding a movement that feels good and really finding a conscious movement for your body. So you can do what I'm doing, or you can do whatever feels good for yourself. Just moving and swaying and finding freeness. Maybe imagining you're an old willow tree. When I was a child, there was always this willow tree, and I thought it glowed in the dark. And when I grew up, I found out that it had the spotlight. But I always can imagine in my mind this glowing willow tree with its weepy branches, and the weepy branches would sway with the wind on windy days, and it would always hang. It was very weepy, but it was so big and so strong and so rooted, being this beautiful willow tree here. Allowing yourself that freeing movement, maybe bringing your weepy branches to more gently firm branches. Our branches are firm, and our branches are coming up high and growing maybe into more like an aspen. Heel and toeing back to the mat. So that's just bringing your heels together, toes together, heels together. Meeting at the top edge of the mat into Dasana, rooting into the four corners of the feet. Feeling what it feels like to be rooted and grounded, feet hips distance apart. That's taking your hips and really just placing your feet right inside of the hips, rooting down and feeling what it feels like to be mountainous here. Connecting to the ankles and the knees and the hips. Exhaling the arms straight above, rising up here. Stretching up, coming up on those tippity toes and allowing your body to just drop and hang. Exhaling the arms up high, allowing them to just drop and fall. One more time, inhaling the arms straight up to the sky, and allowing your body to just drop there. Exhaling, releasing the right leg back, facing the long edge of the mat, and keeping the left leg bent, facing the short edge of the mat, tuning into the toes and the ankle and the knee, checking down, take a little peeky down, and see where your big toe is. If it's all the way covered up, you're too far forward. If it's all the way back, well, you need to adjust a little bit here. Peeky down, see just a little bit of that big toe. Exhaling the arms straight out to a T, feeling rooted and grounded in the Virabhadrasana 2, the Warrior 2, feeling strong here. Maybe coming in and moving here at the hips, keeping this back hip open and a soft bend on that back leg, hinging forward at the hips, hinging and feeling the strength of the body. Taking a moment to envision what it would look like to do a Warrior 3, a three-legged dog. Envisioning yourself lifting off and planting. On the next breath, taking a moment to bring this hind leg in and feel what it would feel like, what are we going to have to do to get here in this Warrior 3. So your Warrior 3 could look something like bringing that hind leg up, powering up through that leg, really feeling what it feels like and turning that hip in and letting the arms come out to a T like a flying bird and powering up here. Your three-legged warrior could also look like bent elbows at the sides, coming in for more of a shark. Warrior 3, straight down. Or it could be the more challenging poses, arms straight out above head, surrendering here. So tuning into that front foot, rooting down to the four quarters, surrendering to the knees, excuse me, feeling what it feels like, checking into this knee if it has a tendency to fall in or fall out, feeling that strength without hesitation, tuning in to a drishti, which is a visual spot, staring at something, looking, releasing, opening up, hinging at that hip, allowing that outer hip to rotate down, bringing the hands to what feels good. Woo! And if you have a couch and you're feeling wobbly, that's okay. It's okay if you fall here. Surrendering and softening and really letting go and accepting where your body is okay. It's okay if you don't have the world's most perfect balance. It's okay if you do. Finding that visual spot. Inhaling, deepening, powering that light through the fingertips, radiating it, beaming through that hind foot, stretching out that beautiful energy here, feeling it, pressing through, going through the burn, exhaling the arms straight out to the side, releasing them and gently hinging down. Taking a moment here to find softness. Taking a moment to be Maybe bending forward for a little Uttasana forward fold, hinging forward at the hips, down. Coming down for a little mini ragdoll for a little bit of a break in between. Allowing your body to soften, softly bending at the knees. If you have a straighter leg, keep a straighter back. And maybe you're one of these people who can just fold down. That's beautiful. But if you're like me and you need that little bit of that bend, you can kind of curl down, maybe hugging the back of the legs. And taking a moment to be grateful for this awesome body of ours. So grateful. Breathing a breath into the upper chest, letting it go. Gently allowing your body to roll up. Releasing the opposite foot back. The left leg back, facing the long toes, facing the long edge of the mat, and the hind foot on the left foot, the knee facing the short edge of the mat, tuning into that front toe and the ankle in your knee, bringing that knee right above the ankle. Exhaling, opening up the book of the hip, opening up the book of the arms, powering through here, feeling the strength of this body and this beautiful warrior two as you're grounded and strengthened and powering through, feeling so blessed for this beautiful day. Imagining that light of your sun in your heart opening up, maybe actually hinging open here like a book, coming arms to a T, allowing your body to settle back to the warrior. Hinging forward as a T. That hip's going to want to try to stay back, but you can bring it a little bit forward. Exhaling, opening up, hinging forward a little bit. Exhaling. Taking a moment to maybe straighten out this front leg and walk the left leg up a little bit. Tuning into that vision of what a warrior three looks like and what it feels like. Taking a moment to feel what it feels like to get balance on one foot. What does that feel like? What is it going to look like for you? Hands back, hands out to a birdie, hands straight ahead, or shark fin, whatever it is. Get there, find that drishti, that visual point. Taking one more takeoff and feel what it feels like. On the next inhale, allowing yourself to let go and surrender, powering up through that leg, powering all the way up to the hip, allowing the outer hip that we are raising to keep rotated down to the earth, removing any wrinkles from the neck, accepting and surrendering, really allowing yourself to deepen, putting your arms to whatever feels good, and if you need to readjust, you can. Powering up through that leg, letting go of judgment of yourself if you fall out, if you're wobbly or shaky, if you're having weird thoughts that you feel like you can't do this, just let them be. Surrender to this moment. Let yourself go and do what you can do here in this moment. And know that it's good enough. You are good enough here in this moment. Surrendering, allowing that energy to shoot straight through your fingertips all the way through the hind toe. Allowing that light to light you up, opening up that heart center. Taking a gentle exhale, rolling that leg back down. I'm just trying to fly back down. It's burning on fire. Allowing yourself to feel that burn. Maybe taking a little bounce here. Feel bouncing the legs. Bouncing through the shoulders around. I like to dance, if you haven't noticed. Moving that body a little bit. If you feel like, I have no rhythm, you don't have to have rhythm, just move. You envision a ball bouncing and just feel. Feel what it would feel like to bounce. Now that we're on this bouncing, we're going to move our feet straight forward. We're just going to do a little free kind of African dance here. I love African drum dance. We're going to allow our arms to open up and just bend at each leg and flop and make a nice diagonal line, moving the shoulders up to the ears and flapping like a bird, and maybe coming down on that leg, flapping up, allowing the arms to come back down, raising up the shoulders to the ears and flapping down, being a bird, flying, maybe finding a few of your own movements that feel good. I love this African drum, this African dance. Maybe powering up, finding a little free, finding those animalistic, natural sounds. Feeling what it feels like to raise the arms up and raise them down. Maybe coming down, moving that leg down. Maybe more of a goddess, a yoga-inspired African drum. Allowing those knees to drop out, the toes of the feet to point the edges of the mat, and raise and release. Beautiful work. Being that bird, maybe flying one wing at a time. Allow yourself that strength. Allowing one wing to float up and wings to float down. Floating the wings up, powering down through the core, opening up the legs and coming up. Deepening into that goddess squat, powering up, floating the arms up, softening. Maybe you're now soaring like a bird through a tree. Beautifully soaring and surrendering to the wind. If it's windy, powering down. Allowing your branches, your wings to softly float and come back to the heart center for Anjali Mudra. Opening up here at the knees, squatting down for this goddess squat. Another dance that I love is, as you might have seen from one of my previous videos, is the Hawaiian dance with Hawaiian drums. And you heel your right foot, left foot, heel the right foot. Heel, and just practice. Imagine you're kind of squatting in this chair and hitting. My legs are burning on fire from my earlier yoga practice, the home practice I did with some lovely ladies, sending out so much love to my home practicers. Healing, now toeing. Healing, now toeing. Healing, now toeing. See if I can push past this bird and maybe incorporating the bird, the heel, toe, heel. Beautiful work. Toe, heel. Find a little free and fun movement. Allow yourself permission to be silly and not be perfect. And be you. Heel. Maybe powering back and forth. This is kind of like African drum, Hawaiian music. Woo! We're making music with our body. Allowing yourself maybe a little stillness. My legs are burning. It feels good. Swaying back and forth. Taking a moment here. Allowing those legs to open up, straightening a little bit at the knees, hinging forward at the heart. And the hips, I'm winded. I'm feeling winded. How are you feeling? Coming down to the mat. Planting the right hand below the heart. Allowing the left arm to raise and rise up and open up to the ceiling, to the sky, the sun. Taking a moment here to feel all the energy you just created. Exhaling both of the palms, touching the mat, taking a moment to connect with that intention. Releasing the right hand down to the earth. Inhaling the left straight into the sky. Opening up the shoulders, accepting wherever it is your body is. If your arms want to open up, you can just post it up on your hip here. Feeling just okay with where you are in your body. Inhaling, switching hands again. Right palm below the heart. Left raising high above. Being okay with this. If it feels okay, better put that hand on that hip. Be okay with it. Exhaling, finding some balance. Left hand to the earth, right hand raises up high. Allow yourself to feel this amazingness. Exhaling that hand down to the earth. Taking a soft bend to the knees and heeling in a little bit, but allowing those feet to face out. We're going to come in for a deep seated squat. So only take what feels good. If you need to come forward a little bit on your palms, you can. If you have a block, you can step back on that, or you can come back here on the backs, the points of your fingers. But if you're feeling strong, if you want this strengthening, more flexibility in the legs, let's hit it hard. Let's open up at the knees, press down, elongate from the sit bones, stretching up to the sky where you're taking your elbows and pushing out, feeling that heat you've created. I'm feeling warm and hot and burning and good. My fire nature's coming out. I want to take another lion's breath. Taking a breath into the heart center, powering through the 4 points of the feet. Letting go and releasing a lion's breath. Letting that tongue fall, rolling the eyes up to the ceiling, breathing in deep into the heart. 2 more, you can do it. Push through that burning. 2 more breaths. 1 more, you've got this. You are strong. Push through it, allowing your body to slowly journey down. Actually, while we're right here, we're going to go for a little bit of a crow. So powering down the starfish hands, creating a base, imagining our hands are the soles of our feet. They're open wide, planting the thumb, the first finger, and the pinky deep into the earth, keeping a soft bend at the elbows. Feeling what it feels like right here to be rooted in the earth. And same as we went for Virabhadrasana 3, imagining yourself lifting up. If you have a block, you can use your block to actually stand on here. Getting kind of rooted. Be careful. Mine's the cork block, so it's a lot stronger. If you have a foam block, this might not work as well, or a really thick book. So allowing those hands to come down and be rooted into the earth. Right below the shoulder blades, tuning into the biceps and turning them slightly out, using the eyes of the elbows and rotating the eyes of the elbows like the eyes of the elbows are madly in love and they're gazing at each other. Actually, the eyes of the elbows madly want to gaze slightly forward. I fibbed a little bit. Envisioning, taking a moment, hold that vision of you and your mind achieving what it is you want to achieve, so this crow's pose. And feeling what it feels like maybe to put your weight on your hands while squeezing in at the elbows, because the elbows are going to want to wing out. So squeezing them in and allowing the bend of your leg to nestle right there on the elbow. Tuning into that feeling. And when you're ready, taking a breath. And if you feel like falling out of this, try to roll out instead of just collapsing. You don't want to collapse. You can really hurt your wrists. So only if you're mindfully present here, please attempt this. Because we want to keep our body strong and healthy. Mindfully palming down, rooting into the earth, allowing yourself to support yourself from the ground, releasing those hind feet up, holding your body for as good as what feels. Taking a breath here to breathe and be, and coming back down for a moment. That is some hard work. Those wrists are really roaring and firing up. Maybe taking a moment to side stretch those wrists a little bit. Bringing the wrists facing you, opening up the wrists a little bit here. Those wrists say, that is some hard work, Shelly. Yes, it is, but you can do it. Giving one last try, maybe rolling out the wrists a little bit. The wrists say, okay, I can do this. Maybe rolling out the head a little, no. A lot of yes, we can do this. No. Yes, we can do this. We can do this. Rooting into the palms of the hands, aligning the wrists over the elbows, elbows over the shoulders, tuning into that feeling and that vision, holding that vision of you taking off and letting go of that block. And letting go to the ground. And feeling powered and strengthened. And coming back. It's better to come back than try too hard and hurt yourself. So if you don't have the block, you can also just power forward and just imagine rolling forward, coming up, and feeling strengthened. And don't feel defeated if you can't get up. And allow your body to come back. If your body has a tendency to go forward, keep your strength back to your tail. Taking a moment here to release the knees down to the earth. Big toes touching big toes. Sit bones driving all the way back down to the heels. For a Bhaktasana, the devotional, allowing that forehead to rest on the mat. Creating an energetic hand, a starfish hand. Allowing yourself to stretch out. Allowing yourself to let go. And surrender to what is here in this moment. Deeply allowing yourself to let go here. Taking a moment here to calm and cool your body. Calm and cool your mind. Stretch your wrists. Taking a moment, just sinking into the moment and feeling whatever it is you want to feel like. Being here. Gently exhaling, coming up into tabletop. And just taking a few spine rolls up to the ceiling. I feel really gentle cow and cats. Doing all that work in that body. Feeling the weight of the legs and the arms. Feeling all this amazing work here. Exhaling and inhaling. Crossing the legs together. sitting back and releasing legs straight forward. Releasing the right leg straight forward, hugging the left leg into the chest. Taking a soft twist of the spine, rotating to your right or left side, wherever you are at. Inhaling, releasing, imagining there was an invisible wall. Still keeping active in this leg that is stretched out. With a soft bend, crossing, releasing, and opening up, not compromising the integrity of the spine by trying to go back so far. We're just keeping a soft bend and openness. Maybe allowing yourself to open up to vulnerability. I'm feeling like super vulnerable today, and my body is feeling a little wobbly, and that's okay. Crossing the midline, crossing that leg, and hugging in to the chest. And feeling okay with that feeling of vulnerability, feeling okay with whatever feelings or thoughts or emotions that you're having. Exhaling back. Allow the body to open up here. Beautiful work. Taking a teeny little crabby crawl, a gentle crab crawl, allowing your body to touch the soles of the feet into the earth and gently rolling your spine back down on the earth like a strand of mala beads. And as you gently make it back down to the earth, allow yourself to connect to the earth in squeezing the legs into the chest for Apanasana, a double wind reliever, interlacing the hands together or crossing palm over palm, whatever feels good. Gently rocking and massaging the lower back and forth, allowing that body to gently calm and cool. Taking a moment here. Exhaling, keeping those knees tucked into the tummy. Exhaling the arms straight to a T. And allowing the legs to gently rock and connect down to the earth. And if you have a block or a pillow, and your shoulders starts lifting off of the earth, put that block or that pillow underneath of your knees or hold them up in the air. We just would not like for our shoulder blades to come off the earth because otherwise it's throwing the alignment of our shoulders off. Taking a moment to deepen here, to relax, to create energy, imagining that laser, that light, powering from fingertip to fingertip. I've been hula hooping and trying this new hoop trick where you roll the hula hoop from this arm down this chest and pop it up. It's very challenging, so I'm magic rolling my hoop across and nailing it because you have to see it in here first. Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. Gently, with consciousness, inhale those legs back up, feeling that spine if it's feeling a little bit sore here, and your legs feeling a little bit sore. Exhaling, allowing those legs to fall down to the opposite side, keeping that engagement of the scapula, the shoulder blades down to the earth, powering or imagining yourself doing that awesome hoop trick like me, popping that hoop up into the air, rolling across the arms and the chest, and succeeding. Taking a breath to feel the openness, the gentleness. Taking a moment to just be and surrender. Inhaling the knees up and exhaling them straight down to the earth for our final pose of relaxation. Allowing your body to melt down into your mat. This is so important. I know I've said it a million times, but I'll keep saying it. This is the most important pose and the most challenging pose. Allowing yourself to be and melt, situate, maybe moving, like tucking the shoulder blades, if you can, a little bit underneath of your body, and allowing the arms to open, palms up to the sky, allowing about 2 to 3 feet between the heels, and just allowing yourself to open and soften. Gently softening your gaze, or gently closing your eyes, doing a full body scan. I'm going to come up to sitting, but you stay down, staying down, melting down at the heels, allowing the heels to get really heavy, connecting deep into the earth. Allowing yourself to let go and surrender at the calves, allowing all the muscles that you just worked, maybe all those burning sensations, to deepen and relax down. Allowing that feeling of surrender to move up to the kneecaps and releasing them down into the mats. Releasing up to the thighs, all the quads, the hamstrings. Really releasing all the glutes, the booty muscles, the thigh muscles, allowing your legs to soften and deepen into the mat. Allowing the sit bones, each vertebrae like a string of pearls or mala beads, whatever resonates, to deepen into the earth, or maybe imagining like the wheel of a tire. And as that wheel of a tire comes down and it compresses down to the earth, allowing the shoulder blades, as you're tucking under the shoulder blades, really opening up that heart space, sinking the heart back down deep into the mat. Allowing the shoulder blades, the biceps, the long bones, the elbows, the triceps, both of those long bones on your lower arms, all of your carpals and metacarpals, your fingers, your phalanges to soften for those anatomy lovers there. Allowing all the bones, the joints in your body to deepen, scanning back up to the neck, allowing that neck to get soft and heavy, allowing the back of the head to rock back and deepen, dropping the jaw, releasing the tongue, releasing the lips, softening of the cheeks, letting go of the back of the ears, melting down the nose, really allowing the eyelids to heavy and deepen. Releasing at the forehead, letting go of any last tension of the crown. Envisioning that white beaming light shooting into the crown of your head and working its way all the way down your head into your intuitive center, your third eye. The light beams and runs down your throat to your throat chakra, opening up, giving you the ability to speak your truth, seeing your truth. That beautiful light comes down into your heart, opening your heart to love and healing. And that light is shooting down to the solar plexus in between the belly button and the ribs, opening up your inner knowledge that you were born with. That light is penetrating deeper down into the creative and sexual chakra, allowing you the ability to create this life the way you would like to create it, not that anyone else wants to. Allowing that light to shoot down into that root chakra, really deeply connecting you into the earth, allowing you to trust and let go. That white light beams and shoots through your legs and your toes, enveloping your whole being. Taking the next 5 minutes to deepen into the moment. Surrender to the light. Allow the warming rays of the sun to open up your heart and allow yourself to just be where it is that you are at. And I will call you out. And I will call you out when it is time. Deepen into the moment. Know you are loved. You are safe. Find compassion for yourself. Release from judgment. Find acceptance here. And allow yourself forgiveness for whatever it is that you need to forgive, or whoever it is you need to forgive. Deepen into the moment. Gently, it's time to come back. Wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, gently rising one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, grounding down into the earth, taking home the feelings of safety, knowing you are safe, knowing you are loved, giving yourself compassion, gifting yourself to release from judgment, finding acceptance, and really releasing and finding forgiveness. Thank you so much for joining me. Take as long as you need to come out onto your side. When you're ready, you can roll over onto your side. You can curl up into a fetal position and just be as long as you need to be. I love you so much, dear friends. Namaste. Acknowledging the divine, the love within you, and the love within you.